So I may be wading into some waters here that, well, I might get a little bit in over my head with some people, but that's okay because that's what I do. Coby White last night with a 30-point performance. Now, 30-point performances on the year. 34 exactly last night. But 30-point performances in his freshman season at North Carolina. It's never been done before by a freshman at North Carolina. Which, when you think about the list of heralded freshmen in the history of North Carolina basketball, it's kind of startling to think that it's never been done, right? I mean, you go through the list of the obvious ones. Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins, Anton Jamison, Tyler Hansbrough, Phil Ford, Vince Carter, Joseph Forte, J.R. Reed. We could go through the list of great freshmen in the history of Carolina basketball. Harrison Barnes, another one of the great freshmen in the history of Carolina basketball. Brandon Wright, others. Jerry Stackhouse had a great freshman year. Ed Cota had a great freshman year. I know the guys on the midday got into this a little bit, but what I'm going to say is this. At the risk of being a victim of recency bias and being a prisoner of the moment, I don't think it's crazy to say that when it's all said and done, we may have to add Coby White to the list of all-time great freshmen in Carolina history. Now, he's very likely to have success, in my opinion, at the NBA level. Now, I say very likely, understanding lots of guys have been very likely to, and it didn't work out. But he's got the skill set, he's got the length, he's got the measurables to succeed at the next level. But I don't think that stuff should factor in. I think it does. I think in hindsight, we look back at guys that went on to achieve NBA greatness, and we let that impact or affect the way that we rank or list who are the greatest at whatever school they went to, right? So Michael Jordan is not the greatest Carolina freshman of all time. He's one of them. I think we can all agree that, generally speaking, Tyler Hansbrough had a better statistical freshman season at North Carolina than Michael Jordan did. But Sam Perkins had a better freshman year at Carolina than Michael Jordan did. Phil Ford is arguably the greatest Carolina freshman of all time. He was the first Carolina freshman to ever play for Dean Smith. No freshman had ever played for Dean Smith without JV experience. Phil Ford played from day one. So I don't know what anybody else thinks about that. But I think when it's all said and done, barring a collapse, barring injuries, if Coby White stays on this pace, I think we're going to have to talk about Coby White as one of the 5 to 10 greatest freshmen in the history of North Carolina basketball. And what a distinction that would be. That's Snap Judgment.